Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Black Heel Podcast, where Scott and Mike are going to be talking about the two teaser trailers that just released for Daredevil to get us ready for 2 weeks from, or 2 weeks from now, or a little less than 2 weeks, I should say. And then we will be moving on to talking about the only season of MODOK that premiered in 2021 on Hulu, and then moving on to our character spotlight from Mike. So let us talk about those two teaser trailers. So one of them was just kind of like, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because I saw a lot of things. So I wanted to make sure I saw the right ones. They both were Marvel on the bottom, so I'm hoping I'm correct. It was Jessica Jones trying to get Matt to go have start some trouble in New York, it sounds like.
Yep.
And then the other one was getting the band back together, which is apparently going to be, oh my gosh, Paige. No, what is her name? It's not Paige. What is it?
Karen Page.
Oh no, all right. You know what? I was thinking that was her first name, and that's why I was like, that's not right. So it was Karen. It was Bullseye, which threw me off. Jessica Jones and Daredevil, and then we saw Matthew's character, who I think is this the first time we actually hear him in all these trailers? I know we've seen him once before.
Yeah, we saw. This is like the first time we saw and heard him speaking. I think you're right with that. I know in the original trailer, I think they just because it was the
like
music in the back. Yeah, it was music in the background, and there was really no talking.
And also the Fisk is a boxer, and then
Still
at one
a boxer.
point, huh?
Still a boxer. Because we already knew that he was boxing.
Yeah, but I guess for me, I thought it was kind of like one of those delusional things that we were seeing. This one made it look more like a publicized fight, like UFC style, almost.
Oh well, I mean, I kind of always took it as some kind of whether it was legitimate or not. I still saw it as a formal fight, not like.
Okay. But you get my point. This one made it look like it was like advertised. Like this looked like primetime Fight Club.
Once he gets control of the city, I mean, he could do whatever he wants. No one's going to stop him.
It also looked like Matt was getting ready to get in the ring too. Now I know he trains as a boxer, because of his dad, but it alluded to the fact that it makes it feel like he's going to be fighting Kingpin in the ring.
Well, I think it just emphasizing that he's getting back into the swing of things because I mean it's been however many years. I mean I know that they showed him obviously in season 1. He has now come back into it, so now he's got to do the part to be the part, you know.
Yeah.
So whether or not he like it's like a, I mean I'm for the most part I'm on the assumption that Matt Murdock and all of them are in hiding, so he's training to just be ready. And obviously, like in that trailer said, like, oh, do you think you can do this? And he said, I can't do this alone, so we need everybody. Like you just said.
I just find it odd that they're teaming up with Bullseye.
I'm wondering if it's they're just showing Bullseye, like whether because Matt, there's no way Matt is going to be working with Bullseye.
There's no way Karen will be working with Bullseye.
Or Karen, yeah. I mean, I feel like between the two of them, Karen is more willing to use someone to get to the ends.
You know what?
Ends justify the means versus Matt will let his rage take over, especially now.
Yeah, he's gonna go full. He's got the dark suit now. Oof.
Yeah,
the black with the red letters. Oh.
So I know you saw I know obviously it was 2 trailers, and like for the most part they were kind of the same.
But they gave us more. I definitely feel like they gave us more than what the trailer gave us.
I agree. I think the second one was the better one, and the second one was the one that was
first.
So that's the thing. So the first one that I saw that I sent you had that I don't know the name of the song, but it had the upbeat music in the back that is the one that turned me off.
I didn't like as much too. Yep.
So I think the second one, for me, that got me more excited for it because I felt like everything it fit the story that they're trying to tell better.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree.
At least with the tone.
No, no,
Obviously,
no. I
the
agree.
lyrics of the song changes everything. It's just with the way the Daredevil universe is, I felt like that the music really messed that trailer up for me. Um,
Yeah, and they kept. I also, and we've talked about this as well. They're giving us very little, which is
mhm.
making me think there's got to be a lot of stuff that's going to be happening that they can't show. That's going to be very much like, ooh, that gives things away.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
Which
kind of
is
agree. I
which
mean, so
I don't have a problem with. It just as a like it feels like they've been showing us the same like other than these last two teasers or whatever you want to call them shorts.
I think the last one, my second trailer showed even more. Like
Showed the most.
for example, I don't know if you noticed, but in a quick clip, while Fisk was in the car, it had his old lackey next to him. So clearly, this is going to be some kind of flashback. Yeah,
Wesley is alive. Not
they
really,
showed
but
they showed Wesley. So clearly something, this it's that I'm surprised they showed that. Um, I mean, to be honest, with the fact that they already showed Foggy, that's already flashbacks is going to be galore.
yeah, I'll be very curious. I mean, the whole idea is it also is making me think that this whole season is going to be a night.
No, it's definitely making it. I mean,
I
with the
mean,
way the trailers have been going, is they're showing most trailers have been the first one or two episodes for the most
oh,
part.
hands down. I will agree with you
So
there.
I feel like most of the stuff that we've seen is going to be cleared up within the first two, max three episodes, and then
Yeah,
the
we're
rest of
going to
it
be
is going to
sitting
be all
there
new
and we're going
stuff.
to be like,
Yeah. Um, I mean, like I said, this last trailer
was the better one.
got me more excited for this season.
I actually
Um,
watched. So I believe I watched that one second as well, because I remember going, "Yeah, I don't agree with Mike. I'm hyped now."
yeah, no, that because the first one I was like, all right, this is all just the same thing, whatever. The music is just doesn't fit the vibe.
Mhm.
And then the second trailer released. Literally, they set release it the day after I sent that first one to you, and I'm
I was
like,
going to say they
all
were
right,
one right after the other. It was very quick.
yeah. So when I saw that second one, I was like, okay, now I'm excited.
Okay, there's one other thing I got to say. It is technically Defenders related, but not Daredevil related.
Okay.
So you remember in Punisher 2, the young girl. It was very alluded to how old she was. We never really got that. It was the one he kept trying to save.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what she's in now?
What?
She's in the TV show Ted. She plays the older sister.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
it threw me off to no end because I was like, because I would keep seeing. So I haven't watched the show, but I kept saying like clips of the show. And I'm like, this woman looks so familiar, and I cannot place her to save my life. And then somehow another clip came up of Punisher, and I was like, oh, I found it.
That's funny. That's
But anyway, the other thing that pisses me off though is we're not going to be seeing Punisher, but we're going to be seeing him in the movie. And
we talked about this last
I
week.
know, but it still pisses me off. I'm bringing it back to the full circle. Or at least like, also, Wilson Fisk. Oh, you know who we haven't seen, which I'm kind of surprised about in any of these trailers? And correct me if I'm wrong, Vanessa.
Yeah, we have. I think we saw her in the first big trailer.
Did
I think
we?
I think we might have saw a clip of her, but nothing like too crazy. But for the most part, we haven't seen too much of her. If we have seen her,
Which is also interesting. I'm very
I
curious about that
definitely agree
because
with you.
I mean, she is weirdly enough, she's the kingpin before or while he was absent.
I mean, he's literally she did become the kingpin, so
Correct. Um, yeah, I'm just. Oh, yeah, I'm just very excited about it now. We're gonna be Invincible is next week, and then we have Daredevil and Invincible, and then we have. Is it right away? Is it Daredevil, Invincible, and then the boys all at the same time that next week, that third week? Oh,
let
it's
me
gonna be a
see.
fun time, Mike. I'm gonna cry.
Oh, I know.
This is gonna be
I've been
so much
telling you
fun.
that. Let's see, the boys.
I'm
Season
only
5.
disappointed that these three are going to be the most like gory, and we're getting them right in the beginning. Well, not really in the beginning, but we're going to get them all at once, and then there's going to be a
So
gap.
we're gonna have a week, quote unquote, break from. It's going to be this week is Invincible. Then next week is Invincible
Invincible and Daredevil.
and Daredevil. Then the
Then there's a
following
week of
week,
just the two of them.
no, there's 2 weeks, just the two of them. So in
Can't be right.
the boys is April 8th.
Oh, I'm pulling up my calendar. Next week is just Invincible. The week after is Invincible and Daredevil. Then there's a week off, and then it's Boys.
Yeah, so there's going to be
You
three
said
weeks.
there's 2 weeks. There's not. No. There's. Sorry.
There's 2 weeks of Invincible and Daredevil.
Yes, yeah, which is exactly what I said.
Oh, then I misunderstood you. I apologize.
Because what threw me off was it's like because Daredevil just started, then it's two. It's a week of just the two of them after,
Yes.
and then it's the Boys. Is what I said. So it was like I went Invincible, then Invincible and Daredevil, because
Yeah.
Daredevil premieres. Then it's a week of the two of them, and then it's the Boys with them.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. Now I understand how you're saying it. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't say it correctly, which is not that surprising. But
Because when you were saying it's the Daredevil and
the
then
way
the
I said, I said
Daredevil.
only 1 week for them together. I meant after it premieres is what I should have said, and that's not
Okay.
what I
So,
said.
so yeah.
I will take the L on that one.
But all right, I'm about halfway through that teaser. Yeah, I don't. Yep, he's Matthew. I think his last name is Lloyd. Is that
Matthew? It's Matthew Lillard. I think it's Lillard.
Lillard?
I think that's how you say it.
I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I don't know how to say it.
I watched him on. I'm sorry to go on a tangent, but I watched him on Last Meals on Mythical Kitchen. Not a sponsor, but I'd love them to be.
I've never heard of it.
This guy does. They basically gives people like celebrities their last meal, and they talk about like death, but then they promote their stuff. So basically, talk about their life. So he was on, and he was promoting pretty much everything that he's in because he's in Five Nights with Freddy 2. He's in Daredevil season 2. He's in Scream 7. Like he's in all of it. So he's a very busy guy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he's still friends with James Gunn.
Oh yeah, I actually did see an interview with both of them praising each other. Yeah.
Yeah, they talk about Scooby Doo a lot, which is hilarious to me.
I think it's rather recently because I think it's one of the big time movie directors ended up saying that he was a terrible actor, and like
wasn't it
Martin.
No, it wasn't Martin. No, it was
think
Quarantino. I thought it was.
Oh, was it Quarantine?
Yeah.
I didn't remember which one. If I was definitely between those two, but I thought it was the other one's name is
Martin. I know Scorsese, but that's not it.
Yeah.
I don't think it was him. I think it was Quintino because the idea was because I remember a lot of people making the comments about he's the weird director, and that's how I know it was that one.
That's fair. That's fair.
So I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Like that's the only reason why I went that way because he cast himself in a lot of things. But anyway, yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like so the reason why I brought that up was just because he's living it up right now, and he's a brand new character to the Marvel universe. I mean, to the show and everything else. Like although his name is similar to a character in the comics, it is supposedly confirmed is new.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited. I mean, we're going to see a lot of stuff. I'm saying it right now. We are getting the White Tiger back.
I mean, I think they're going to make an appearance, especially if they're rallying all the heroes. Like they're going to.
We also got the swordsman, and we know how important the swordsman is.
Yep.
I don't like the hesitation in your voice. He's a hero. He saved Hawkeye.
Okay. What it was? Okay, and
I got nothing after that. I literally said it. That was it. No,
I
I'm
mean, I
actually
know that Kingpin obviously wants him in jail, so he's gonna play. I think,
well
and they
because he's a
showed him.
vigilante.
So, yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
play some kind of role.
No, I know. I'm just busting chops. My whole thing is I'm very curious because this is going to be street level. I'm curious at how many like low level heroes we might see be created.
What do you mean by be created?
Meaning like be like introduced slash because of this they want to help out New York and they come out to kind of
Okay, yeah. I mean,
because
I'm curious if we're.
New York is a weird place in a good way. Like they will hate each other, and then all of a sudden somebody else comes in and takes over, and they rally together and just beat people up.
I mean, yes, that's true, but
I
no,
mean,
I was more. I'm just curious if we're going to see other like you said, this is supposed to be street level, and I think this is supposed to be kind of the like really full beginning of it that they're going to start separating the two categories. So I'm curious.
yes,
Obviously, we can't have Spider-Man because we talked about that. We
no, but
can't
he
do
was supposed to
Spider-Man.
be. But you're correct.
But I'm curious if they're gonna mention him, or if they're going to introduce what other MCU characters they're going to start bringing over, like Echo or I mean
That is also true. I
one of the Hawkeyes.
also true. It would be more likely Kate Bishop only because she lives in New York.
Yes, wasn't
Clint does not live in New York.
no, I know, but wasn't he in New York? Obviously, I know for the Hawkeye season that it took place in New York, but
Yeah, he was doing a mission. He wasn't. That's not where he was. He was working on a mission because he was trying to get her watch back, his wife's watch.
that I forgot the whole thing happened because they lost the watch and they wanted to watch.
Well, no, because the watch because she's Mockingbird.
Yes, I know
I
it
mean,
was
it was,
significant.
and that throws me off to no end. And not in a bad, like it's not a bad thing. It's just not at all. It threw me for a loop. Um,
I do want
you
to.
actually never
I know
see her
we've
suit
talked about
up.
it, but I want to watch that again. I'm curious if it will do better or worse now after some time has passed. Because I think I remember liking Hawkeye, but
I think my only complaint about it, and I think I said this to you, at least that I can remember, was the fact that, and again, this was the first time we got Kingpin back, and it felt like
and
they gave him a
Kingpin,
full
yeah.
boost, like physical, like mutation boost,
Oh,
almost.
I thought I remember you saying you were disappointed with Kingpin, or maybe that was
Well,
Echo. No, that was Echo that you were
no, I think it was
disappointed in.
Echo. Echo, I was
Yeah,
disappointed in. No, I'm talking about like I felt like that like my only complaint because I did still like him because he's like vacation. He's taken like he's trying to work his way into the underworld again because
yep,
of the blip and everything else. My thing was I felt like and again they made it seem like he's exactly the same from the show, from the Defenders, and then he took an explosion to the face. It was fine. And again, I'm not saying that is Kingpin in the sense of in the comics, but I felt like it wasn't Kingpin from the show. That's just me.
mm-hmm. That's fair.
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. I'm just saying. No, I also didn't like. You're right. I didn't like him in Echo too much. It felt way too much like he he basically put all his feelings that he had for Vanessa into Echo, but not in a husband wife way, in a father daughter way, and
Yes.
it was very uncomfortable because it didn't feel as earned. I felt like she came out of nowhere,
I
and
mean, I definitely think the coming like obviously it was a character that we didn't know about, so it
yeah.
definitely, and I mean I think the creepiness was meant to be that. So I
Yeah.
mean
I mean, he's also
I think it
manipulating her
fit.
too.
But don't forget
Oh.
too, like now that I've seen the Defender Saga, that was my first real introduction into Kingpin from
No,
the
no, you're
Defender
also
Saga. So
correct. You're also correct.
like
So you
going
didn't
back and
have that.
rewatching all this is going to be could definitely impact my thoughts now watching it
Yeah,
a second time.
agreed. I mean, that I will say that the Daredevil Born Again, they proved to me that like Kingpin wasn't himself, and then he made himself Kingpin again. And I
Hmm.
think that was a great way of doing it. I mean, they did the same thing with Matt Murdock. He wasn't Daredevil, now he's Daredevil again. You know what I'm saying? So they
Yeah.
did a great job of that. Um,
I think though with the Daredevil Born Again season 1, I think that was they were trying too hard to prove that Kingpin, which I get it because Kingpin himself, that's the point of what he was doing. but I feel like some of the things they were trying to recreate shocking moments with some of the things that he was doing, and it just didn't, like, it was shocking seeing it, but it didn't land the same way that it did from the Defender saga.
Yeah,
Um,
him eating the spaghetti in front of the guy in the cage. You don't forget it, but you got a lot of questions. You got a lot of questions.
yeah.
I had a lot of questions. Never answered. Never answered.
I mean, like, if we're talking about significance of like the two goriest moments of the two seasons, two sagas so far, I would say, first very introduction, Kingpin smashing the Russian's head in with the door,
No,
like,
agreed.
because that's
And that
something
was a
that's never
huge
been
plot
seen
point.
before. Yeah, that's something that's never been seen before, especially for Marvel, superhero stuff. You're not supposed to do that kind of dark, gritty stuff.
No, agreed.
And now they
Oh,
tried to
for
recreate
shows
they
specifically.
and then they tried to
My bad.
recreate it in Born Again season 1 with the cop with him snapping his jaw in half, and it's like it doesn't land the same way.
It
You
didn't
know,
feel the same, and I will agree with you there. Like, yes, it definitely like
it was absolutely shocking because it was
I will
gross.
never forget it, but I felt like it was unnecessary.
Yeah,
Like it didn't fit the character, it didn't fit the moment. Like at least with the moment with the Russian, his whole world crashed a little bit for a second, and he was just done. And like he turned into a puddle, and it was kind of poetic.
oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, he turned into Russian dressing, and I think the big thing is I'm excited for it. We're gonna be getting it. I mean, the fact that we're getting so many shows all at once, like I am very excited, but also feeling like I'm going to get overwhelmed.
This happens all the time where it's like we
And
have
it
such a
seems like
lull.
it's the same three shows. I feel like it's always Invincible, The Boys, and Daredevil. Am I wrong? Am I crazy?
Well, it's
It
definitely
felt like
always
it happened
Invincible in
last
the
year.
Boys. It's always Invincible in the Boys in some kind of Marvel show. I mean,
And what kills me is I don't understand why Invincible and The Boys are touching each other when they're from the same streaming network. You know what I'm saying?
that's true. Yeah,
That
that's
I
true.
think that bothers me more than it does with Daredevil because at least they're trying to compete with each other from different platforms. They're the same platform. I feel like you're wasting money. You want to spread it out, in my opinion.
I feel like Prime is just like, we want to capitalize on the hype, and it's like, they're like, oh, we gotta just go all in,
Oh,
and
you know
in their
what? I
head.
think they're thinking in their mind, and I think this is part of it too. We got them for March, April, and May.
I mean, there's definitely that. Yeah, that's definitely part of it. I mean, it's also might be them just trying to, they're in their head where it's like, okay, we're just going to put everything all at once, and it's like, we'll keep people on our platform and keep them off of the other one.
I mean, that's also fair, I guess. It's just odd to me just because it's the
I
same
definitely
platform.
agree. You would think that it would be better to spread it
I
out,
mean,
but
at the very least, like right after it's done, start the next show. Like I
I mean,
would be.
don't forget too. As soon as Daredevil is done, shortly after. Oh wait, when? Because we got Maul coming out too.
Maul is, I think. Oh, it's April because it ends on
Maul
the 5th.
ends in May.
On
Yeah,
4th.
yeah.
The 4th of May.
So, you know,
Oh,
that's we're
yeah.
gonna be. There's gonna be a lot.
Oh, I'm uncomfortable.
there's gonna be. I think there's gonna be one week where there's gonna be like 4 shows to watch at once. Oh
I
man,
hope to goodness that they're all just one episode that week because
I
we
think
know
it is.
Invincible's 3. We know Invincible's 3 the first week.
I think Maul was a 2 episode premiere. So
It
depending on
is.
when
It
that
is.
is, so the other ones will be 1, 1, 1, and then 2 of the other one.
If they're all still around, because it would
Yeah,
be just the boys and Daredevil, I think, and Daredevil might not be around then.
Daredevil and Invincible will be the ones that it's like, I'm not sure if they're still going to
No,
be airing. I
Invincible will
don't know.
definitely be done because it's a 3 episode premiere.
Yeah, but it's 8 episodes, is it not?
So it's 5 weeks.
That's
Oh
right.
no, that's right. It's in the middle of April. We're in March. I don't know where I am, but I'm not here.
And we're all
Um,
discombobulated. We don't know the release schedule, so we're just like spitballing.
so basically, we're gonna be watching a lot of shows. I'm gonna be crying a lot. I'm gonna have no time for myself. I'm gonna have to watch everything immediately as soon as it comes out because I'll be behind so quickly. Um, and yeah, so let's move on to MODOK. Oh, Mike's distracted by his phone again. What Mike does is he gets on his phone and then he loses track of everything going on around him. And it's hilarious because what I've had to do is actually I have to put my phone face down because if it's not, I will be very distracted. And
Yeah,
I
I
know
know.
that
When
about me.
when my character spotlight comes up, I'm going to be talking, and you're going to be on your phone, and you're going, uh huh.
My guy,
Oh, that's
listen,
cool.
okay? If I don't do that, I'm going to interrupt you every 2 seconds, and that's no fun.
That's fine. You can interrupt all you want, but you're sitting here giving me slack when you're doing
Yeah.
the exact same thing in 20 minutes.
Yeah, but we're not needing the engagement then in the sense of like you don't need my engagement at that point. I need yours for this for us to move on to MODOK.
I'm sorry. I was trying to look up the release schedule to get an idea, but forget it. All right, let's go.
Thank you. That's
MODOK,
all I
what do you
asked.
think?
I think it was funny. I liked it. It to me because this is before Quantumania. So I thought this was a great introduction to AIM and MODOK because they are a joke in almost everything,
Mm-hmm.
and it is entertaining. Now, granted, they went into like the Family Guy esque of it all, which I still think works. One of the weird things that always bothered me, but I also have to assume that it has to do with the claymation piece, is when MODOK gets out of his chair, his
Oh,
head
the
is
body.
significant.
Yeah.
He's significantly got a smaller head.
Everything is just like very disproportionate. It is that was all weird.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I also love that we get arcade. It's the first time we get arcade, which I also like.
Yeah, I was curious about a little bit more of that character and whatnot. Obviously saw him in other projects, but it's like uh more into this universe. But it was just like a one-off thing. But
Yeah,
obviously, which it's tough to judge this season because of the fact that clearly we were supposed to get more and it did not happen.
agreed.
So it's like all these characters that just showed up. It could have been like what more could they have done? So
Yep.
it's like what could have been what was this beef with old MODOK and Arcade?
Yes. Also, too, I also love the fact that he got what he wanted and realized, oh, I actually want my family.
Well, I mean, I think that was I'll be honest with that ending. I kind of took that as like the he always wanted his family because he didn't want that, but I think he thought he could. I think he the idea was that he had the power to control time enough that he could get everything that he wanted. He wanted the world domination and his family
Correct.
because um like it definitely like whether obviously towards the end of it, like at the beginning of the season it was, oh, I'll sacrifice my family if it comes to taking over the world, but obviously towards the end of the season that was reversed.
Well, no, he did sacrifice his family, technically.
He did, but like I'm saying is that in his head he thought he could have gotten the loophole to get both.
I
Obviously,
honestly, how I took it was I think he didn't register. Like, I think I think this might be similar, but I think this is also the other thing is he went in without thinking, which is typical to the
that
show. We'll say that
that's
for sure.
that's MODOK. Yeah.
Um, and he went in thinking that he was going to be the leader of the world he was in, meaning like what he had now, and like all those heroes would be defeated in his world, and his family would be there to support him. And he gets there and he realizes, I took over the world. My family doesn't exist. I'm depressed. Let me torture my younger self.
I mean, but he already knew his family wouldn't be there because
I
that was the point.
I know, but I'm taking it because MODOK is not in this show. I mean, okay, he I think still, even though hearing that, he still thought they would be there and exist, and he'd be able to find them. If you understand what I mean, like meaning
Oh,
like
okay.
you get what I'm saying. Like it wasn't so much that I get your point, yes, but I thought he thought once the world was taken over, he could get his family, and not necessarily like through time specifically. I'm talking about like they existed in the world and he could get them,
Mm,
and then he
yeah.
realized, oh, it's not. I have to literally kill my younger self, who is an alternate version of me because when he died, I
He
didn't die.
exists. He exists outside of time. Yeah,
Yeah, he's the
but I mean,
MODOK that time
I
forgot.
mean, I mean, he didn't. He never wanted his younger self to die, because they made it set. They said it straight out that once he died, they could no longer jump in time.
No. You're right. But what I'm saying is, but he wanted. So the whole idea was he was willing to risk that life to try to get.
Oh yes,
That's
yes.
more what I'm getting at. No, you're right. He didn't want him to die because then he'd run out of chances of doing it. You're correct. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we also got Whirlwind, who we saw in Avengers Assemble.
Yeah, that
Um,
was I saw that when I saw him, I was like, oh, that's I've completely forgot his name, but you know,
Whirlwind. Um, yeah, I just love the low level characters, and you know what's really sad? I think all of them were real.
I had assumed they were all real. They were all real
I
Marvel
don't know that for a
characters.
fact, but like I believe it
I 100%
because the
expect
Melter
that.
for sure. The Melter for sure. I think the Armadillo is too, and I think they all are. But I also loved when we go to the bar, not the bar with no name, which is owned by. You should know this.
I don't remember.
It's from another show. It's Luke Cage.
Owned by
He
oh god.
he owns the bar with no name in the comics, and we see it in. I think we see it in Jessica, and I don't think we see it in Luke Cage because it gets blown up in Jessica Jones. But yeah, if you remember correctly, that bar literally had no name, which was the point of the
I mean,
of it.
I don't remember it from Luke Cage and the Defender. Like I remember the bar. I just don't remember that it didn't have a name. Um,
And literally, the name is as stupid as it sounds. Is called the bar with no name. That he calls it that because he refuses to give it a name.
yeah.
Which is even funnier.
Hey, you got to stick with got to stick with the stick.
Correct. Just keep the stick away. Um, I also like it that corporate America takes over AIM, which is hilarious.
Yep. I
Um,
mean, I did. It was one of those things where, because,
like as time went on, it got better.
well, I mean, well, that absolutely, but like, it was one of the
More realistic.
what's his face? I forget his name, but the corporate stooge. Um,
Oh yeah, I can't think of his name either, but yes,
I keep wanting to say
it's
Gary, but I know that's one of his minions.
no. It was one of
um,
the. It was the guy with one arm was Gary.
but it's like one of those characters where I hated him and I couldn't wait for him to die, but it's like that's the point of his character. So it's like one of those things where now I appreciate him. It's like, oh my god, I hate you so much. His character is so good. It's like I
He was a villain in the best way.
he was so annoying. Every time he showed up on screen, I'm like, I want to punch you in the face. Like
Oh no, MODOK, did I forget to tell you? Oh no. Hopefully
I
you're ready.
I just loved it where like I love your energy, great, where you know all this positivity. I can't, it's like, oh my
MODOK,
god.
I just want you to know, like that toy that I had, I found it at a flea market and they paid me to take it. So I can
Yeah.
promise you that I didn't care at all about you.
Oh my god.
Um
It was he was
his what his family was hilarious. MODOK's family is hilarious. They were just great. I also love Wonder Man. Wonder Man was incredible.
yep. Like we talked about yesterday, like as soon as I heard his voice, I was like,
You can't
that's
not hear it. Sky
so
Gardner.
that's and then as soon as I you know, I looked up the cast, I saw some of the other people that played, which, you know, Oswalt as MODOK.
Hmm.
Um, like I said yesterday, is could not picture Iron Man as the guy that was voicing him, because I could, because of the
John
quote
Hamm.
unquote suit on. Like managed to distort his voice, at least for me, that I couldn't make it out. Um,
What's funny is too, like, as an actor, he could play a good Tony Stark too. Like meaning like if Robert Downey Jr. didn't exist, he would be somebody who at least would be considered for the part of Tony Stark.
I think his style of acting definitely fits that character.
I also think
Absolutely.
he'd be a better Bruce Wayne personally, but like you know what I'm saying?
Especially as because I know him mainly from Mad Men, so I think the Mad Men fits Bruce Wayne more than Tony Stark. So I could see that
No,
absolutely.
but you get my point. But like in the Marvel universe, he would be a good candidate for Tony Stark, and that's why I actually liked it.
Austin, that was his name.
Sure, I'm gonna forget it later. I knew it was something very white and like Californian.
Well, I mean, yeah, yeah.
I'm not wrong. I already forgot his name. So I really did actually. Oswald? No, it's not Oswald. That's the other guy.
Austin.
Austin. I was close. I know. Not even close.
What's funny is that my counter is that that's not California, that's Texas because Austin, Texas. So think
Yeah,
opposite.
but you know a lot of people from California are named Austin. Um,
That's why I was like that's completely a different situation. But
but yeah, no, I loved everything about it. I like I said, I liked it. It was enjoyable. I was kind of sad that it ended. I also like the fact that there's two Lous at the end.
yeah, I agree with you. I liked this family. I liked the dynamic the family had. I liked that. Uh, Despite MODOK not realizing his family actually wants to be around him and actually
And
like
also want him to take over the world, which is also hilarious.
yeah, it's like they want him to succeed. And his wife was Monica. No, that was his
That was the number two.
yeah, that was number two. Or Scientist Supreme.
Well, she became the scientist supreme.
But I forget his wife's name. But it's like they both how her personality changed when she became famous and all like
Oh,
just
100%.
oh was just like oh my god, such a bitch.
No,
uh,
agreed.
but yeah, I mean overall, I'll be honest, I wasn't super crazy about the show.
Okay.
Uh, I think it's like there was some.
Jody.
Oh, Jody, right?
No.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Melissa. Oh, no, Melissa was the daughter. Sorry.
Melissa was the. Thought we just said Melissa was the number two.
No, Monica.
Oh, right, two M's. Wow. It's not like we just watched the show.
Oh, Gary. I know who that is.
Yeah, the guy with no arm.
Yep.
His biggest fan.
Uh, yes. And I have to say, like, it was like, so, like, one of the big ones is, all right, so you remember, give me a second. You remember when he tries to go to the nightclub and all the supervillains are there?
Yep.
Like the big time?
Yep.
So Mr. Sinister is voiced by none other than the same guy who voices Trigon.
Oh, that's who that was. Okay.
Yes. Um, Everyone else is kind of eh. I mean, like I know everyone, but like who? Oh, she played Monica. I didn't register that. That throws me off. I don't know if you know her. She is. Um, she was in Reno 911, the blonde.
I never watched that show.
Did you ever see the Goldbergs or seen a commercial for it?
I've seen a commercial for it.
All right,
I mean,
the mother.
I mean, that's not going to help me. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen a commercial for that.
I do have to say, I also love the Super Adaptoid.
Oh, I loved him. I actually really liked him. It was just he.
I also love my favorite part is when he betrays them. He goes, "I'm so sorry, I betrayed you. Do it every other week. We just reset you, and it's fine." And I'm like, that's even funnier.
And I love that he was like, "How dare you? I will destroy you all." And then it's like, "Oh, hey guys." No, it was.
Hey guys, you're my favorite family.
No, I actually really liked the android. He was so funny.
But it was also so funny because he's so useful, and yet nobody wants to use him.
Oh yeah, no one wanted him around.
Nobody did, and it's even funnier. But yeah, overall, I thought it was good. But if there's
overall, I thought the show. I think the show, kind of the comedy, that style of comedy, is like.
You feel like it's too old?
I'm not as big a fan of that style of comedy anymore as I used to be.
Okay, fair enough. That's
So
fair.
like Robot Chicken, American Dad, Family Guy, like that kind of stuff. I've stopped watching that. Like there's some parts that I think are funny, but for the most part, I think I don't know why I just don't find them as funny anymore. Um,
Yeah, I think it's because you're old.
Probably. Um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, there were some parts that I definitely did get me. Obviously, like anything with this with the useless robot that's not useless, and
He's the
um,
most. He's like the most incredible invention he has, and he thinks it's the most worthless creature. And I
yeah.
think that's even funnier.
Um,
Um,
I like with that. He comes and he gets kidnapped as a car, and he gets.
and he's like, "I left the keys in the car." Oh no, what was it? I left the keys in the car. Oh no, I left the doors
I left
unlocked.
that
He's
unlocked, the door's
coming in.
unlocked, and they just walk in and take him. I'm like, are you kidding me? I,
Um,
um,
I
yeah,
also
no, I
love.
mean,
I also love the fact with him on the radio too, and he's like, "Oh my god!" He's like doing all the
he's
voices
singing
on the
along.
radio,
He's singing
and then
along.
and Modok's like, "That sounds familiar." No, it's not familiar. Why are you talking to me? No reason. Oh,
um,
don't mute me, please, Modok. Don't mute me. Mute. Oh.
I am disappointed that there wasn't a season 2 because I would towards the end of it, I was getting a little bit more into it. Where you dropped your phone, didn't you?
I didn't. No, actually, I didn't drop my phone, which is even funnier. I dropped the charger to the laptop.
Oh, um,
Interesting characters. I'm
I
actually looking up something because there's something. There's a couple of characters that I feel like Whoopi Goldberg was in it. I knew it.
oh, was she?
She played Pound Cakes,
Oh my god.
the one that can't read. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, I didn't realize. Oh, so the guy who does give me a second. The guy who does Trigon,
Yeah.
he did Mr. Sinister, The Mandrill, and Whirlwind.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize he did all those three.
Oh, okay.
Um,
You know what? I didn't recognize him as Mr. Sinister. I recognized him as Mandrill. That's
so
what
I
I.
mean, yes, correct. I thought that was kind of cool. Chris Parnell was in it. That's interesting. Um, and then we are so stupid. Guess who voices Arcade? He's been so
Is
many things.
is it Mark Hamill?
Nope, nope, nope.
Oh,
Alan
okay.
Tudyk.
Oh my god.
It's basically the other one.
The second one. The second one.
It kills me. As soon as I see that, I go, I hate it so much because he's such a good voice actor that I never can ever find out it's him. He's just so freaking talented. It pisses me off.
I gotta say, I'm surprised that Steph didn't pick up on that because she picks up on his voice immediately.
I mean, for goodness sakes, he voices a chicken on a Disney movie, and he like he's Hey from Moana.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I
come on.
know.
Oh, I'm just so irritated that I think what bothers me is the fact that like he's so good that like you literally have to like look up the cast list to know it's him. Really, it's the
You
only
got the
way.
idea where it's like I know the voice, but it's like I can't be sure.
Well, it was like he's so good that he can change his voice so well.
Oh
Like
yeah.
Mark Hamill's another one who could do it. Like even though he like when you
I
put
think
it
with
side
Mark
by
Hamill,
side.
you definitely can. You can if you look at all of Mark Hamill's characters, he definitely changes them, but
Yes,
you can still tell it's Mark Hamill.
but what you have to do is you have to hear them with another Mark Hamill voice. Because
That's fair.
if it's just in the ether, you will not hear it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I agree. Here's the thing. I will agree with you. Yes, 100%. When they do like the top 10 Mark Hamill voiceovers, like, oh my god, they all sound the same. But when you watch it, you go, I have no idea. Like, you had no idea who it was. And myself included, I will admit that. Like,
there's
I'm
a lot of
still
ones that caught me
dumbfounded
off
by
guard.
him being the Fire Lord.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, when you're a kid, you don't realize, and then as you get older and you go
Just
back,
like he
and you're
was
like,
in the Clone Wars, too.
"Yep." There were
He
a
played
lot of characters.
He played the son or the father. Which one did he play?
I think he was the father.
No, I thought it was the son, weirdly enough. No, he was neither. He was somebody else. He was one of the Dark Lords in the talking to Anakin, trying to corrupt him.
But I mean, it's one of those things where, like, he's played so many characters that, you know, when you're a kid, you don't realize it, and as you get older, it's like, oh my god, now
No,
just.
even older, there's been sometimes
I mean, it's
I
like
can't
Mr.
tell
Krabs.
that's another guy, man. The fact that Mr. Krabs is everyone. He's
He's
another one.
literally everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's an Invincible. He's an Invincible, which is another thing. You know which character he plays in Invincible?
I I do not.
He hasn't
remember.
been in a while. He hasn't been in a while.
It's
He
one of
does-
the. Is it one of the Viltrumites?
Nope.
No. All right.
You would think so. You would think so. When I say it, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's him." But it's the demon that only talks in riddles.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
No, once I say it, you'll go, "Oh yeah, 100%." But you can't think like you because I'm with you, Viltrumite, but he's not.
Well, no, because I knew it was a character that we didn't see that much. So
That's true.
because of that, I'm like, okay, it probably is a Viltrumite because
So many voice actors. Oh, Alan Tudyk, man, I would love to work with him. He also did a Last Meals, and he's hilarious. He tried to do as many impressions in, I think it was 60 seconds. Oh, he did them all.
I think I saw clips of that.
Yeah, that was the Last Meal where he's.
Did you? I don't know if you ever watched it. I did not, but I just see it coming up on. I'm seeing pop-ups all the time on Twitter that they're doing an animated Fireflies reboot. I don't know if you ever saw that show, and because
I didn't, but I keep getting told I would love it. And there's a lot, and then we've discussed this too. There's a lot of things that I know I would like if I watched it, but
Okay.
I just don't. I think it's more the fact of like I don't want to miss out on the new stuff by watching the old stuff because there's so much coming out. I think you can
that's
agree
fair.
there.
Yeah.
Where it's like because like I haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
I mean, I'm very surprised by that, but it also
No,
took
no,
you
but
forever
like-
to actually watch Star Wars. So
like that's what I mean. Like it's like Star Wars only because of the Mandalorian. Really, is the reason why I watched it.
oh, I didn't realize that.
And again, not because I don't like Star Wars. It's just in my mind, I've seen so many parodies of it. I've played all the games where I'm like, I know the story. Why do I need to watch the movie? Now, granted, don't get me wrong, it is different, and I've learned
Very different.
But
Very
well,
different.
but you learn a lot of all the stuff realistically. Like all the cliffhang. Like I'll say this. Like all the big surprises were gone. Like
Oh yeah.
Darth Vader
obviously.
and Luke. You know what I mean? Like all those things. Like that's just a me thing, right? But so like in my mind, I'm like, well, it's spoiled a little bit, so I don't have to watch it. I know the base premise of it all, so I'm fine.
Yeah. One of the I always forget to ask you this question, but something came up. I saw it on Twitter. I guess there was a big fight going around, and it was: do you have to be an avid comic book reader to be a comic book fan?
No.
So it's like one of those things where it's like, you know, what classifies you as a comic book fan? Like, do you have to read everything? Do you have to, if you pick up a comic book here and there, like?
No, I think for me, like I was a Star Wars fan of the universe, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
because I
that's
didn't know
fair.
the movies. I'll say it that way. Because to me, I didn't watch the movies. So like because when we were growing up, the prequels came out.
Yep.
I never watched them because I had nobody to watch them with. So like I didn't have like, you know what I mean? Like my family wasn't big into that stuff. Now, granted, I was, yes, like I don't get me wrong, love it, blah blah blah, all that stuff. But like realistically, because I didn't watch it. But I was able to get the video games and stuff like that.
What's funny is that Star Wars, I watched episode 3 first. That was my first Star Wars movie. And I never saw any of the ones before because my parents were like, you can't watch them. They're going to scare you. They're going to give you nightmares when I was a kid. And like, after I watched episode 3, I was like, what? Why would this scare me? And it was the same thing with Lord of the Rings.
We understand.
Oh yeah, sure. Who's the one that needed his roommate to walk out of the college dorm room? Was it you, or was it me?
Which one of us got hit by a couch because he tried to scare his friend?
I mean, that was me. That was me.
100% me.
And you're the one that threw the couch at me because you were scared.
First off, I was not throwing it. I full on donkey kicked that thing right in your mouth.
That was so funny. Just all of a sudden, boom, ow, my face. Oh my God, Mike, are you okay? Yeah.
As soon as he said yeah, I was like, you deserved everything. I hope your teeth fall out, and I walk away. And
Yeah, no,
because we were watching Mama, which is
yep.
That wasn't the only movie we saw, but that was the one you were mimicking.
No, that was the one that was creeping you out because it was the walking. You were creeped out by the ghost walking, and I was
the CGI baby walk. It was
yeah, I didn't watch Lord of the Rings until college because of the same thing. My parents were like, "Oh, it's gonna scare you," and then when I was old enough to watch it, I didn't see the point in watching it because I was like, it's in
No, I think that was a lot of the stuff for me. You know what I mean? Where it's like everyone's already seen it. Like, who's gonna want to watch it with me for somebody who's not seen it at all? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just a me thing, right? So, like, for me, it's one of those things where it's like, who's gonna like for Lord of the Rings? It's what, like a total of like 18 hours together or something like that.
I mean, if you're watching all 6 movies, it's a lot.
It's more than isn't it 24 hours total?
Well, I mean, I think it's 3 hours. I don't remember The Hobbit. I think The Hobbits were 3 hours as well, but because at least the first 3 movies are 3 hours long, so it's 9 hours just for the first 3.
And don't get me wrong, the length of the movies is not the issue for me. It's just I feel like it's the same thing as you said earlier, where it's like I'm already an adult now, and not to say it's only for kids because it's not. But it's like, I've gone this long without seeing it. What does it matter if I see it now or not? Is more of how I look at it. Now, if somebody were to turn it on and I watched it, I'm probably going to have to finish it. Like, it's the same thing with Game of Thrones. The only episode I watched was the first one with you guys. And we didn't even finish the first episode.
I don't think I watched Game of Thrones in college. I thought I started watching it after college.
Somebody had it on.
Probably. I think I watched it after college. I don't remember.
Maybe it was Shane. Somebody had it on where I watched it, and I thought you were there.
Because I came in late. I think I came in at like season...
I still haven't seen it.
I think I came in at like season 6. I haven't seen the new stuff.
See, here's my issue, okay? And this is what confuses me, and then we'll get to your character spotlight, because I know we're going off the rails a little bit.
Do we really have?
I know, but this was actually weirdly a short episode, even though it's not going to look like it, but it was like a short episode of our content, of our normal content. Like, for me, I normally can't, like, I have a real issue, and I say this and I'm contradicting myself with Smallville, but, like, other than that show, anything I start, I have to finish almost immediately.
I mean, yeah, I can, so that's one of those things where
I will say there's 2 exceptions, actually, now that I think about it, because I forgot. I watched the first 3 seasons of The Walking Dead, and then I started my job, and then I was never able to see it again, and then I never got back into it.
Walking Dead, I stopped watching, because I got
tired. A lot of people did, but all at different times. Nobody... I feel like it was one of those things where everyone either left it and came back, because a lot of people left and then came back to it, and then like tried to figure out what was going on, and then they came. You know what I mean?
Well, because they keep like I think a lot of things were happening where it was like people were hyping it up, so it was like got people back into it, and then they started branching out to different shows, so they threw them back in.
It's still going on now.
The main Walking Dead, I think, is over now.
No, the main Walking Dead. So the prequel is done, and now it's all the sequels.
Yeah. But like I stopped watching after season 6 because they had hyped it up that it was going to be like the goriest episode of the season, and it was so much death and whatever, and then there was 2 deaths, and it wasn't even just
was that the baseball?
That was the baseball season.
Yeah.
And so like because of
that
was
the only deaths, right? Wasn't that it?
Yeah, that was like the real significant deaths in that season, and I was like, this is stupid. If they're going to blatantly lie to us, I'm not going to support this show.
Yeah, the last episode, like the episode I watched out of context was in college with you guys, and it was the one where the guy got stuck in the revolving door.
That was brutal. That was brutal.
Yeah. Everyone hates Chris. I can't remember his actual name.
I forgot that was... I'm like, I know I recognize him, but I forgot from where. Yeah, that's funny.
But anyway, your character spotlight?
Before that, I want to say that I looked it up. It says that if you want to watch the original 3 Lord of the Rings movies, it's around 9 to 10 hours. But if you want to watch the extended versions, it's 12 hours.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
if you want to watch The Hobbits, then it would take over 20 hours. Doesn't say exactly
just
how
those
long.
3 or all combined?
All combined.
Okay,
20 hours for the 3 movies. That's wild.
I was scared. But also, to be fair, would I be that shocked? No.
Oh, wow. So the first movie of The Lord of the Rings is 3 hours and 48 minutes. Second movie is 3 hours and 55 minutes. And the third movie is 4 hours and 12 minutes. That's a long movie. Jeez. Okay. So. Oh, yeah. I believe it was last week that, because we got the Lanterns trailer,
Yes.
we had seen some characters in Lanterns that I had mentioned. One of the characters people are speculating that his name, one of the characters, he was a cowboy riding on a horse. They are saying his name is William Macon. In the comics, he is known as Black Hand. So,
like the Black Hand, like the Black Lantern?
that is what I'm going to assume at the moment. So I figure we will go through him tonight.
I like that character, so I continue.
So he was first introduced in June of 1964.
That late? Wow.
William Hand.
That early, I should say. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's early for a Green Lantern.
No, I know. I meant to say early, but it came out late, and I was like, that's not the right word.
So William Hand is born an inventive genius.
I'm actually kind of pissed off that his last name is Hand, but continue.
Yes, that's kind of throwing me off right now because I'm like, it's not supposed to be that.
No, it bothers me, but continue.
His full name is William Derrick Hand, actually. So, his family, the Hands, are renowned in Coastville, which is a suburb of Coast City. However, he grows to dislike them in early life. He feels the best.
I'm going to stop you for a second for a reason. DC, okay? You have Gotham City, okay? Central City, and you decide to call the suburb Centralville. Oh, no, Coastville. Coast City, Coastville.
Coastville. Coast City, Coastville, yes.
Yeah. Couldn't think of a different name?
I don't know, man.
It just bothers me. Here's the thing. Marvel does it too. Literally a place called Nowhere. Boring. Next.
I mean, most of this stuff was invented back in the 50s, 40s, 30s, 60s. So
Nobody's gonna know about Coast City, and then we got Coastville, right next to Smallville, which is next to Small City.
I don't think Smallville is close to Coast City, so just
it's not. I know that.
Just so you know,
Smallville
there's
Kansas.
Quite a bit distance, Kansas to.
Yeah, but when you have super speed,
I mean that's fair. Yes.
Anyways. It works for both of them actually, which is even funnier.
It really does. Because I was gonna say, Flash can get there in a second. Then I took it back. I'm like, it really doesn't matter.
No,
they both can be there in seconds.
And it wasn't planned that way, but it does work. Sorry, continue. Coastville.
Okay, so William grows to hate his family early in his life. He feels the best way to distance himself from them, especially his 3 brothers, David, Peter, and Joe, is to start a life of crime. After extensive study, he becomes an expert criminal and evades police continuously. William develops a penchant for speaking in old cliches.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm thinking like it was used as like the original Lantern thing, but no. Now I understand.
Yeah. He also tends to break the fourth wall, speaking directly to the reader about his plans to confront Hal Jordan. His criminal behavior escalates and he becomes a costumed supervillain, dubbing himself Black Hand, an inside joke he conceives that refers to his status as the black sheep of the Hand family. Mm-hmm. In preparation for an inevitable battle with Coast City-based Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, Hand makes his most noteworthy invention, a device capable of absorbing the residue of a Green Lantern power ring's energy from any object that it touches. Once fueled by this energy, his device can be used similar to a Green Lantern ring. During one crime spree, he used his device to persuade the general public the items he had stolen have, in fact, never been touched. For a while, he retires from a life of crime and attempts to run an adult theater. This lifestyle change is disrupted by Guy Gardner and his girlfriend, Ice. Blackhand develops a phobia of superheroes, and while trying to reorganize his life into more peaceful pursuits, he encounters the Justice League members at the World Trade Center restaurant and has a mental breakdown. Shortly before the events of the Green Lantern Rebirth series, Blackhand's device locates a spare power ring that Green Arrow holds in case of emergency. Hand tries to claim the ring for himself, but he is stopped by Green Arrow and Hal Jordan, who at that time is actually the Spectre. As Hand attempts to wield the power ring, the Green Arrow pins the villain's hand to the wall with an arrow, and the Spectre turns his hand to coal, remarking that now he can live up to his name. Missing his right hand and being insane from the trauma, Hand flees. After hearing that Hal Jordan's resurrection, he decides to live in the rebuilt Coast City to stay close to his foe. While on board an airplane, he is targeted and abducted by the Krolitines. They are gremlin-like aliens. They perform experiments that enhance his powers and abandon him in a public park. In the Infinite Crisis, Blackhand's origin in Infinite Crisis is rewritten, and they improve on it with the Blackest Night storyline. In this origin, Hand's parents run a coroner's office and funeral home, the logo of which is the symbol... Huh?
Fitting.
Oh, yes. The logo of which is the same symbol William eventually adopts at the beginning of his criminal career. While still a young boy, Hand had a severe preoccupation with death, and the dead that includes implied necrophilic tendencies. No particular trauma or event seems to have inspired this, even as a toddler. William is deeply fascinated by death and dead people, calling them pretty. It is implied that his first kiss was with a corpse, and at first William tries to control his urges by engaging in taxidermy, but his hobby becomes a source of concern after he kills the family dog in pursuit of his favored pastime. Subsequently, William is sent to psychologists for the remainder of his life with the Hand family. William simply shrugs off every attempt to cure him, learning how to hide the most most deepest desires he could hide it, which is the necrophilia, and accept the role of the Black Sheep. As part of his newly written background, his energy-absorbing weapon is now portrayed as being built by Atrocitus, a fervent enemy of the Guardians of the Universe. Atrocitus comes to Earth looking for the being who will coordinate the events that come to be known as the Blackest Night. That being is revealed to be William Hand. Atrocitus locates and attacks Hand, believing the black power literally lies within his body. Atrocitus is stopped by the Green Lantern Hal Jordan and Sinestro, while Hand, encouraged by the strange voice, pockets the weapon and flees the scene. He is later seen breaking into a hospital morgue, trying to steal one of the corpses there. When he is confronted by a security guard, he uses the weapon to kill him, after which saying to himself that the death was good. The mysterious voice that tells Hand to steal Atrocitus' weapon for himself traps him under its thralls, influencing him into resenting the Green Lanterns. He believes that they are the beacons of light. They upset the perfect balance of darkness and death, trying to extinguish the light of willpower, but unwilling to fight the Green Lanterns. While dressed in a suit and a tie, Hand sews himself a costume using a family cadaver pouch and begins calling himself Black Hand. Jordan apparently never connects William and his energy-absorbing weapon to the earlier fight with Atrocitus. Never revealing his weapon's true origin, Black Hand continues to fight him over the years, retreating to a desecrated grave after each failure. While being transported to prison, Black Hand experiences a power surge that kills his guards. He begins having visions of the dead planet Ryu and the Black Power Battery. After the visions, he roams the desert, hearing death calling to him, and instructs him to reclaim all the souls it has lost in the DC universe, including Superman and Hal Jordan. Black Hand returns to his family's house, kills his two brothers, his mother, his father, and then finally commits suicide. While these events unfold, the Guardian Scar arrives at the Hand's house. She pronounces that the self-sacrifice pleases him and regurgitates the first Black Power ring, which reanimates the Black Hand. She reveals that Hand is the physical embodiment of death, in the same manner that Ion is for willpower, Parallax is for fear, and the Predator is for love. Hand then announces that
they really need to do a market change on that one.
I agree. I saw that. I'm like, okay, that's a little.
that sounds wrong. I'm glad you paused a little bit because I wanted to make sure everyone was aware that doesn't sound good to anybody. Hopefully, James Gunn fixes that.
That's definitely got to be. It's got to be course corrected now. Definitely.
That has way too many other meetings. And not in good ways.
Hand then announces that he will use his new powers to finally extinguish the light. Black Hand spies on Hal Jordan and the Flash as they pay their respects at the unmarked grave of Batman. After the two heroes depart, Black Hand unearths Batman's corpse and, speaking his own oath, begins the process of recruiting the deceased hero. While holding Bruce Wayne's skull, Black Hand tells the mysterious force behind the Black Lanterns that no one escapes death. He is later seen after Black Lantern's elongated man and Sue Dibney. Sue Dibney is just an associate of the elongated man.
I'm assuming the elongating man is basically the same thing as Plastic Man and Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah. DC's version of that. Yep. So those characters had gone after Hawkman and Hawkgirl. They had killed them. Han enters the room and proclaims that Hawkman and Hawkgirl will not escape death this time. The two black rings fly from Batman's skull, and Han commands the two fallen heroes to rise. Black Hand is also present when the Spectre is taken over by a black ring, gloating to the assembled magic users that their powers are useless against his lord's might. When the Black Lantern's power levels finally reach 100%, the Black Lantern battery teleports itself to the outskirts of Coast City, right on top of the Han mortuary. Black Hand watches in delight as Necron finally arises. Necron in DC is the personification of death. And he rules over hell. More Black Rings recruit the bodies of the people who perished when Coast City was destroyed. When Flash attempts to attack Necron, Black Hand steps in, using Batman's skull as an emotional tether to weaken the heroes, inspiring such an intense emotional reaction that Necron is able to release a new wave of Black Rings to recruit the resurrected, such as Superman, Wonder Woman, and Green Arrow. Jordan and Flash only just escape as the same fate when Jordan and Flash only just escape the same fate when the Flash takes them both 2 seconds into the future to disrupt the ring's connections to them. The Black Lantern Corps are ultimately defeated when the white entity is used to convert several Black Lanterns into White Lanterns before bringing Black Hand back to life when a white ring attaches to him, reviving him and forcing him to regurgitate several white rings, freeing the Anti-Monitor and destroying Necron's physical form due to Hand serving as Necron's tether to this plane of existence. He is later seen held in captivity in the Indigo tribe, chained to the tribe's power staff. Um, in the Brightest Day series, Black Hand is later revealed to be in an unknown location on Earth, somewhat trapped inside a proselyte, the compassion entity, as the members of the Indigo tribe gather around him. When Indigo 1 and Black Hand confront Hal Jordan, Barry Allen, Sinestro, Saint Walker, and Larfleeze, Black Hand explains that the ring had cured him in William's hand sickness. This prompts the others to realize that with their rings, the Indigo tribe cannot feel any emotion besides compassion. Hal implies that giving Hand's role in the Blackest Night, other Indigo tribe members may have committed evil deeds in the past as well. Although the Indigo tribe offer to take the remaining emotional entities into protective custody, Hal rejects the offer, concluding that he cannot trust them in the search for the entities with this new information. Then the being responsible for abducting emotional entities appears with Parallax, proclaiming that any who feel emotion cannot be trusted. Yeah, that is Black Hand as we see him.
I'll be very curious to see if they go full on like Black Lanterns right away. Just
Yeah.
because that's I always think of it as a later one because it's like the one that literally brings back the dead. But I mean, it all depends on how they do it. I mean, this is an old storyline, or sorry, old Hal Jordan, I should say.
It's an origin story for Jon Stewart, but Hal Jordan has been
He's
around.
been known for years. His uniform is all tattered and worn out, even though it's made out of a green construct.
I agree with you. I'm curious if we will go how deep we're going to dive into this. If it's going to be like just introducing him, and then we'll get more later.
We also talked about too the fact that it's called lanterns and not specifically Green Lanterns. So are we gonna see like? Because I think Black Hand and Star Sapphire work together. I believe. Am I incorrect on that? Did I miss that? Maybe it was just in a show I saw. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't in the comics.
It from this is saying his partnerships are with Necron and Scar.
Yeah, those are Black Lanterns.
Okay, stop.
Scar. Well, the first one you said was the embodiment of death, and then the other one, I don't know who Scar is.
Yeah. Scar is a guardian who was scarred in battle with the Anti-Monitor. Later becomes dark, militaristic, and fascinated by the power of death. During the Blackest Night, Scar gives Black Hand a black power ring, enabling him to found the Black Lantern Corps.
Okay.
Right. I mean, it says his team affiliations is obviously the Black Lantern Corps, the Indigo Tribe, the Society, the Underground Society, the Suicide Squad, and the Injustice League. So I don't see anything about Blackfire.
No, not Blackfire. Star Sapphire. Either way, it wasn't mentioned anywhere. She is the Violet Lantern, because I think it's the Love Lantern basically. Her embodiment is the Predator.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I know. Now I remember who this is. Yeah. I don't know how close affiliation is to this.
No, I mean, it doesn't ruin anything. It literally could have been a one-off show or an episode of something. Like, it didn't have to actually be canon. You know what I'm saying? I just remember for some reason that clicks in my head, and it doesn't mean it's accurate. But my whole point I'm making is just like there's a group of them that come together to kind of almost each lantern to kind of battle the Green Lanterns, or like the bad guys of the Lanterns, I should say. So, like, I'd be curious to see if we see like a small team like that, and it's happened to be led by Mr. Hand over there. Because that'd be kind of cool. But
I mean, I know we've already seen. I had mentioned last week another character was an Anton. I can't pronounce his name. The belief there is that people are saying that he's supposed to be Atrocitus. So there's already multiple. We saw Black Hand, we saw Atrocitus. So we're already getting a lot of lanterns.
Atrocitus is the Red Lantern, correct?
Yes.
With the cat?
Yep.
With the cat.
with the cat.
Yeah, forget
And
about him.
obviously they're talking
Forget
about
him
having
using his blood
Sinestro
as
in
a
it, so
weapon.
like
It's
there's
the
going to
cat.
be a lot. You having fun there, petting your blood cat?
He bites.
Yeah, I bet he does. Um, but yeah, I'm curious what more we're going to see. This is supposed to be end of summer, so we got a lot of time that we're going to get. I'm sure we're going to get a lot of information about this show.
Definitely. So, for now, if you've made it this far into the video, welcome. But also, next week, we're going to be talking about any trailers that come out. The season premiere of Invincible. I believe it's 3 episodes. Don't quote me on that, but we will be watching more than one episode, most likely. And then we'll be talking about what we're going to be expecting for the rest of the series or season. And then we're going to end with a character spotlight from me. So if you made it this far into the video, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. Other than that, this is going to be Scott and Mike signing out of the Black Heel Podcast. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.